Rachel, and today I am back in my B6 memory planner. This planner I bought from Harriet Wright Designs, and just by coincidence the kit I'm going to use this week is also by Harriet Wright Designs. Now this was a subscription kit. I used to subscribe to the mystery kit that you could get, and I unsubbed just before Christmas just because I had Christmas presents to buy and things, but I did like the sub boxes. I think that this was November's, and this is just called Minimal. It's sort of a minimal planner girl vibe that you can see. The week that I'm planning in my memory planner this week was the week after Paige's birthday, so there was nothing particularly special going on, and I just thought, just for a change from winter kits, I just thought that we would go with this kit that could be used any time of the year. So we've got the 9 full boxes. We have got the washi. This kit is not in the order that I was sent it in. I've mixed it all up. We've got the date covers, the checklists. We have got the full, the headers, and also some little bits down at the bottom. We've got some functional boxes, and we have got some full box checklists. And then there was an extra sheet of full boxes as well, with different skin tones and different hair colours on, which is always nice to have the option. So I'm going to go with that. So the week that I am planning was the week after Paige's birthday, which is the 18th of January. So let's go in here and see what was going on the 18th of January. Is that January? Let's get to the right week. Oh, I'm going to have to move over that. There we go. So this week, yeah, so this is how it turned out in my Stalogy. This is my forward planner, as you know. And I used a kit from Fab Planner Prints, and I used a layout where I go like Hobonichi cousin, and I actually really enjoy doing that layout. So yeah, I'm going to refer to that for what went on in the week. I had a few comments last time about the coil situation. I did complain about the coil. A few of you clever little sausages told me to do it like that, and then the coil wouldn't be such a problem. And somebody else, Beth I think it was, said to me, why don't you put a book underneath, which would bring it up, which would also work. But I am going to stick with how I was doing it. What I've been doing is been going off the camera and been filling it in, because it keeps the length of these videos down. And you know what I'm like, I get a little bit chatty and we'll just be here all week. So I'm going to stick to the way that I was doing it. I feel like I'm in a faff today. Also, I say this, but I don't know if there's much I can do about it. I've had a couple of comments on my videos lately about how fast I talk. Guys, I know that I do it, particularly when I've got a story to tell, or when I'm talking about something that has happened or something like that. I know that I do it. I know that I do, and I can't help it. I've always done it. My mum was constantly telling me as a child, my teachers was constantly telling me. Chris, even now, will say to me in the middle of something, he'll be like, Rach, breathe. It's just, I just do it. I can't help it, but I will try. Yes. So anyway, we're going to start with putting the washi down. I'm not going to blank out the line. I think I'll just about get away with it. This sticker paper is lovely removable sticker paper as well, if my memory serves me right. I will say about these Harriet Wright Designs mystery kits that they are not the same paper that you get if you buy a kit just from her shop. So if I normally buy a kit from her shop, I don't make a choice on the paper. I just get whatever, you know, I don't pay for any extra special paper. Yeah, and I like that paper. I do like this paper as well, but this paper feels more like paper, whereas the other paper feels more like vinyl paper. And I do prefer the vinyl paper, but I don't hate this paper. I do still perfectly like this paper too. So we've gone with the washi at the bottom. I've done what I normally do and just do it over to Friday, because obviously Saturday and Sunday share a column, and I don't want to put washi on the bottom and to take up too much space. I'm going to save that and maybe use it as a divider in the middle for something, see if I need that. So let's do date covers then. This kit is one that does come with date covers, which is always very handy. The colours on this kit, absolutely gorgeous. Really muted. Let's do the swingy thing. Oh, my dogs are fighting. Playing fighting, not fighting. I'm watching them. I wish that I could show you. It's so funny. the little one is the boss for sure. Dexter gets his ass whooped, and he's okay with it actually. He lets her win. She's a little bit of a moody madam, Effie. And because she's so cute, particularly with the kids, she gets a lot of her own way. She gets away with murder. They both get away with murder actually. But yeah, Effie is much more cuddly than Dexter is, so she will spend a lot of time sat on somebody's knee being fussed, thinking that she's the queen bee. Whereas Dexter is constantly following me around. I always say to Chris, it's like a running joke in this house, that Dexter is going to be the cause of my death. On my tombstone, it's going to say death by dog, because he's going to trip me up and I'm going to die falling down the stairs or banging my head against a kitchen cabinet, because the dog is always under my feet. But yeah, they're just having a little morning scrap. What are you fighting about? Right, so there's our date dots. No, date covers. There we go. That's kind of cute already, isn't it? Right. What is the next job then? Let's do headers. Do I have any glitter headers in this kit? I don't. So I do want to reach in to my header folder and see what I can use. See, I'm already thinking that they're a good choice. These would be a good choice. Shall we go with these? I feel like these are a really good choice. I'm going to go with these from Isabel the Owl. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Isabel the Owl at the moment. What's that stuck on there? Last time I went to look to buy some bits and pieces, she wasn't there. She was having a break. I don't know if that's a permanent break or if she will be coming back. Shall I use the bow ones or the heart ones? I'll go with the bows, because the bows are actually a really good match to the bows that are already in the kit. So yeah, not sure if the shop is back. I'm not sure if these are still available, but I bought these when I very first started planning, and that was yonks ago. That was yonks ago. I believe I first started planning in November 2018. So yeah, that is how long ago that was. But let's put these headers down. These feel like they might be removable sticker paper, which is nice as well. So how are you all? How are you all doing? Today is the 9th of April, Friday, I believe. The 9th of April, 10, 11, 12. Yes, because the kids go back to school on the 12th. So yeah, the last day of the school holidays, technically. We do have the weekend, obviously. But Paige and I have got some fun things planned today. She's decided that she wants to make sweetie pancakes. Just pancakes with syrup and sweets all over them. We do that sometimes for a treat. So we're going to do that. And also I bought some corn flour yesterday, because we're going to make some oobleck, which is basically corn flour and water. It makes like this weird consistency. It's solid but liquid. I know that's really weird, but that's what it is. It's so much fun. I used to be a nursery nurse, so that's how I know about this. It's not a secret. It's all over the internet. People call it different things as well, but it's always been oobleck to me. And yeah, so it's corn flour and water. I don't know the exact measurements of how much water. I literally just eyeball it. You know, it's weird. You can feel it in your hand and you can make a ball with it. And then as soon as you release your hand, it's like liquid that comes all out of your fingers. It is so much fun. Why is that not straight? So yeah, I love it. I've not done it for years, but when I went to Aldi the other day, I saw it in there and I was like, oh, I'm going to make some. It's literally just corn flour and water. It's so easy and so much fun. So yeah, we're going to do that. And then she's had some grass seeds that she got from school. We're going to plant those. I don't know what they're for, just some grass seeds in a tub. So we're going to plant them in the tub. I don't know why I want to grow grass in a tub, but apparently we're going to. Right, so let's get some full boxes down then. I'm just having a quick look at what went on the week so I know where I want to put things. I think I'm going to go with this box down the bottom here on Monday. Am I on the camera? Just about. Let's go with the candle one. So there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm putting these. I'm just putting them any old where, and we will just see what happens. Not sure whether or not I'm going to put one on the weekend. I'll see how full the weekend was. Sunday was a bit full. Saturday wasn't. So we will put one on Saturday just to fill in the space. And maybe I can cut one down and just make Saturdays a little bit smaller as well. Let's see how we feel when we get to Saturday. So yeah, how are you all? Are you all ready for a return to school? We are. We have just ordered summer dresses. Paige's school is doing navy blue summer dresses, and I've just ordered her some new school shoes. School shoes are so annoying to buy, so I have bought Paige 2 pairs since she started school of kickers. One was a boot pair and one was just a normal what do you call it, like a T-bar style. So the T-bar style hurt her feet at the back, so I had to get rid of those. I sold them, and then I bought her the boot style for over winter because I just thought, well, surely the boot style won't hurt her feet, because the back of the shoe is up her ankle a bit, and they hurt the front of her feet, like round where the what's like your ankle bone, like round the front of there. So that's so annoying. So she ended up going back to her cheap pair of Asda shoes that we had to buy in an emergency, because obviously she needed a pair of school shoes and her other ones had hurt her feet. So I'm done with buying kickers. It is so annoying because as much as like I got some money back for selling them, it definitely wasn't as much as I paid for them, which is super annoying. I just realised I haven't put any of these boxes down. Maybe I'll put more than one full box down, or maybe I'll save them for a PP week spread. Right, so I am going to go off the camera and I'm going to fill in all the stickers for Monday and then come back and lay them down. Okay, so I've written everything down. I've stuck my first sticker down. That says we went for a walk with the dogs. Now, obviously we go for a walk with the dogs every day, but if I write it in my planner like that, it's usually because we have taken them for a longer walk. Chris has had the day off and we've taken them somewhere a bit more exciting than just a few walks around the block is usually what that means. I don't want to put a sticker on there. I'm thinking about putting a header in between just to fill in a little bit of space. I think I will do that. There's some plain headers in the kit. I'm going to go with those. And then what else did we do? I filmed my PP Weeks spread for the week. Oh my goodness, these stickers are a little bit miscut. It's not affecting the sticker because they're actually like cut through to the paper. So they are fully cut, if you see what I mean, but they seem to be a bit miscut on this side. And then after that, what do I have left? After that, I have got the Star Wars game down. Chris had, oh, this was when Chris had loads of time off because it was near Paige's birthday. And the way that his shifts fell and the way that his holidays had ended up working out, he had like a month off. We found the Star Wars game on the, what's the free thing on the Xbox, on whatever that is. And we were staying up until like 1 o'clock in the morning playing that. He was playing it and I was watching. But yeah, that's what we were doing. And then I'm going to go with another header. And then I do have that I just did some laundry. I've put that on one of these boxes and I'm going to cover it with... I'm going to cover it with some kind of icon sticker. If I put it there, if I do another header, there's a lot of headers on this side. Maybe I could use a different header in the middle. Maybe I could use, oh, I just scraped that down there. Maybe I could use another one of these bow ones. Or what about these bow ones? These are a bit fancier, aren't they? Let's go with one of these bows. Have I got the space? I do if I move it down. Okay, there we go. What do we think about that? Right, let's have a look in my sticker book and see what laundry stickers I've got. I know I've got some from Paper K, which are little washing machines. Do I have them in this book? not looking like I put them in the book because all the Paper K ones are around here and I'm not seeing them. So let's have a little look in here. I know I've definitely got some. Okay, I found them. I hadn't put any in the book. They are still on the sticker sheet. So I've got ones that have got Dot the Bear on them and ones that are just the plain washing machine. I think I'm just going to go for the plain washing machine for this one. Right, so let's move on to Tuesday then. What's Tuesday saying? Tuesday I had a huge to-do list. So I'm going to go and write my stickers for Tuesday and I'll be right back. So let's find a to-do header. And it's going to have to go down the bottom end to fit the to-do list on. So we'll start here. These were all the to-dos that I had to do that day. I don't always put my to-do lists in, but it's a good way to fill in a bit of space. And then we can do a header at the bottom. I wonder if I can get another one of those ones on. What do you think? If I'm really careful, I think I can probably just about squidge one on. Yeah. And then the only thing that I've got to put up the top is that we did phonics for home learning as well. Right, so Wednesday we did Joe Wicks. So we can put that down here. And I do have some trainers that I want to use on there as well. Let's have a look in my fitness tab. Here they are. We'll use these ones because they're quite nice and small. Some Happy Sherpa papery. And then underneath that, I want to put that we did Paige's birthday plan with me. So if you've been watching my channel for a little while, you might have already watched this. I let Paige plan her birthday week in my Hobonichi weeks. It was a really fun video. She had so much fun. And that was just really nice to let her do that. She loved it as well. And she loved all the comments that you put. I read her the comments afterwards and she absolutely loved that. So that was something that we did. The video is still on my channel if you did want to go and see it. I'll try and remember to put it in the cards. But I always say that and I never do it. But I'll try. So can we get one of these in here? We can. That was the day that Chris went back to work after all that time off. So that was a bit weird. And then we've just got space at the bottom. I'm sure I do have something else written down. What else do I have written down? Here it is. I had to put a special Josephine Bow Design post up on my Instagram. I'm going to put that there. And I do have some cameras that I'm just going to put underneath. Let's use the pink one. So moving on to Thursday, I did put down the camera on the bottom of there, by the way, and then I had to go and sort the dogs out because they just started barking. Sorry if that made anybody jump. They do make me jump sometimes doing that. They've not barked in a video for a while, actually. So yeah, I don't know what they were barking at. We've got one dog in the living room and one dog in the back room with me. And if the dog in the living room starts barking, even though the dog in the back doesn't know what the dog in the front is barking at, they will join in just for moral support. So that was what went on there. I think it must have been something going past the house that Mimi didn't like very much, and Dexter felt like he needed to chime in on that. Yeah, I don't like that either. So yeah, so we have got down that I did a memory planning spread, and then I've got two other things to put on. I've got that I did a haul video. So I'm going to pop that down there, and I am going to just see what I can put on there. Do I have any of these that are pink? Do I have some space? I do have some space. Oh, a controller I just saw there as well. That's useful. I want one of these, but in pink. I do think I have some in my Happy Sherpa folder. Let's just have a little look-see. Every now and again, I keep remembering that I'm supposed to be consciously making an effort to talk slower. When I edit this video, I'm going to be like talking fast, talking slow, talking fast, talking slow. I'm sorry, I will try and get a bit better at it, but in all honesty, like, I am who I am. I can't train myself at 38 to change the speed of how I talk. But if I'm going to tell a story or something, I will be conscious just to take a breath first. And then we had Indian for tea, which is one of my favourite things. I love Indian. I do have some little plates of food somewhere in here. Now, it's not Indian food, I don't think. I do need some Indian takeaway stickers. If anyone's got any shop recommendations for them, let me know. Where have they gone? They're like little plates of food. How far through did I put them? They must be nearer to the back. What's your order from the Indian takeaway? I feel like I just had deja vu when I said that and I've asked you before. But mine is, it depends. If we're eating our own meals, the kids don't have it. They don't like Indian. We normally get them at McDonald's if we're going to have an Indian. But if we're eating our own meals, then I will have a vegetable jalfrezi with a cheese and garlic naan bread. Here they are. I mean, they're not. Or should I just use, maybe I'll use one of these. Although they're rose, they're gold. Yeah, and then I will have red salt chips and garlic rice. What will Chris have? Chris sometimes has butter chicken. But if we're sharing, I don't have any rose gold ones. If we're sharing, then we will have a vegetable, I want to say biryani. Is that the one with rice? Biryani is the one where it's mainly rice and then you get the sauce on the side, isn't it? And then Chris will order like chicken tikka style pieces to put in his bit, because obviously I'm vegetarian, he's not. For the most part, we do order our own meals, but you get a lot, don't you? Sometimes you get a ton of food, an absolute ton of food left over. So sometimes we do share just to try and make sure that we've not got too much food left over. Just going to put another header at the bottom to fill in that little bit of space there. And then we can move on to Friday. So Friday wasn't too much of an exciting day. Chris had the day off again, so he only went back to work on the Wednesday. He worked 2 days and then he had his day off again. So that's something that I'm going to mark on there. I quite like to mark his days off because they're never the same. They're never the same. He does different shifts, but they don't seem to be on a rota. He just goes in and finds out what he's on. So yeah, it's nice to look back at and see how much time we had off together. And then I do have another to-do list that I want to put down. I was writing this and realising that this day was when I sent that Radley purse back. If you remember, I'm sure it was only last week that the refund got processed for that. And this was January the 22nd. If you remember that whole Radley story. I paid for it through Klarna. And then I didn't like it when it came. It just was bad quality. It just wasn't, yeah, it just wasn't what I wanted. So I returned it on the 22nd of January. And it was only last week, I think, or the week before at the very earliest, that I got that refund. It took so long. And then I did want to put down, what was the other thing? Aldi. Where's my Aldi one gone? I did write down Aldi. Oh, no, I didn't write it down. I wanted to put it on a page flag. We went to Aldi. So I'm going to put a page flag down. And I'm going to put one of those Shopping Bear paper K stickers. If I can find my reusable sticker book. Here we go. Here she is, Dot the Bear with her shopping trolley. That is me when I'm going around Aldi finding all the bargains. It's one of my favourite places to go. I love Aldi. I don't know what that says about me, that the discount food store is my favourite place, but Chris hates it. I don't know if I've told you this before, but Chris used to work in retail, and they have all the, what do they call them? He used to make me laugh when he said the gondola ends. So the end of the aisles are called the gondola ends. That makes me laugh so much. And they have shopping plans. He used to work in a one-stop. They have shopping plans. And then when we go into Aldi, it just blows his mind. It absolutely blows his mind. He can't cope with it because there's like beans next to a wheelbarrow. And then there's like exercise equipment next to laundry detergent. And then there'll be a sewing kit next to the toilet roll. None of it makes sense and he can't cope with it. But I think it's quite funny. So anyway, yes. Right, I'm going to put down one of these paper share YouTube stickers because I did film some videos in the morning. Sunday, we've just got the shop and scan to put down. That's usually all I put down on a Sunday. There's never much going on a Sunday. It's our chill day. So I can just put that down there. And then I have reached for some date dots. I have gone for the rose gold ones from Filer Fabulous. I think they're just going to look perfect with this. So we are starting on, what is that there? The 18th, did I say? I do hope I've done the right week. Yes, the 18th. I think that this has turned out beautifully. And it's reminded me that I do want to resub to these Harriet Wright Design mystery kits. I did a few months. I did maybe 3 or 4 months, and then I did cancel it simply because Christmas was coming up, and obviously Christmas gets expensive, so I did cancel a few of my beauty and a few of my planning sub boxes. But yeah, I think I can retreat myself to that now. What do you think? It has reminded me how nice these kits are. Let's get rid of this underneath that I was leaning on, and we can have a proper look at how this turned out. Okay, so that is how this week has turned out. I do have quite a few bits from the kit left, and I do have these full boxes. So be prepared to see this kit come out again for my PP weeks. I have definitely got enough to do a PP week spread, which is another reason why I love getting these bigger kits. You get more for your money. So yeah, really happy with how this has turned out. I will be back in my memory planner soon, but that is going to be it from me. If you like this video, if you can give me a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, I love you forever, and I'll see you soon. Bye.